People familiar with the matter today, December 6th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only. Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is December 6th, 2025, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. Let's start today's episode from Italy, which is warning cryptocurrency companies that if they don't register, they will leave the country, and they have until December 30th to register with MiCA or Italy will kick them out. From Italy, we go to Europol, which has leaked a fake cryptocurrency network worth more than $815 million. According to Europol, the initial investigation uncovered a network of fake cryptocurrency investment platforms that were supported by mobile call centers, meaning they would call you and tell you nonsense. The callers used social engineering techniques to convince their victims that what they were going to invest in would bring them very high returns, essentially to convince them to transfer their money there. And once the victims transferred the money, this network moved the capital to several blockchains and exchanges to hide their transactions. So Europol leaked this particular scam, and many more will be leaked. Continuing, we will go to the spot Bitcoin ETF with full data from December 4th. We had $194 million in outflows because Bitcoin was volatile yesterday, and we will see why later in the episode. While on December 5th, we closed with $54 million in inflows. The Ethereum ETF had outflows on both days. On December 4th, we had $41 million in outflows, while on December 5th, we had $75 million in outflows. Now from our ETF, it's time to go to Russia, and we'll go to the Russian bank called VTB Bank, which is the second largest Russian lender by financial data, which the bank plans to start offering spot crypto trading to qualified investors next year, making it the first institution in the country to allow clients to instantly transfer trades for major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this facility, as the article says, will be offered to specific investors who must have wallets exceeding $1.3 million or an annual income of over $650,000. And from Russia, which is slowly getting more and more into cryptocurrencies, we're going to Cloudflare, which went down once again, and yesterday it went down for about half an hour, causing problems all over the planet and in the cryptocurrency market, with well-known websites like Coinbase's front end is down, Uniswap's front end is down, Upbit's front end is down, OpenSea's front end is down, and many problems as you understand, and I won't say again about decentralization and so on, because we would have said it again a few weeks ago. Moving on, we're gonna go to a very beloved figure in the cryptocurrency market, and we're gonna go to the respected Kwon, and right now I'm making fun of those who didn't understand him, who says that a 5-year prison sentence in America is enough as he faces 40 years in prison in South Korea. Specifically, in a court document filed Wednesday, Kwon argued that a higher sentence would be excessive given the sentence he has already served and the sentences he has agreed to accept, according to Bloomberg. Let's say that after saying that, the American Angels are asking for 12 years in prison, as lawyers representing the US federal government are asking a judge to sentence Terraform Labs founder Kwon to 12 years in prison at his sentencing hearing next week. So essentially, there's a battle between US federal government lawyers and Kwon's lawyers over how many years he should be in prison. And while all of this is happening, Terra Luna Classic is in first place, up 112% on the 7-day chart. And the main reason for its rise is CoinDesk's Mr. Ian, who showed up at Binance Blockchain Week wearing a vintage Terra t-shirt from back in the day, as you can see from this image here. Obviously, some laughed, some cried, but this is all because Terra is in the spotlight right now. Its price has been rising, and remember, Kwon's sentence on how many years it will take is next week. Continuing our news, we'll go to our favorite cryptocurrency, with the cryptocurrency sitting at $89,000, with the price unable to break above our resistance and back into our classic range. That's why I was saying in previous episodes that we should wait and see where the candles go, because I wasn't sure if the support or resistance would hold, and it did hold at resistance. Let's say the reason the price isn't moving higher is, once again, Japan and carry trading. So the Bank of Japan is preparing to raise interest rates at its December policy meeting, a move that would take the country's key interest rate to its highest level since 1995. People familiar with the matter told Bloomberg that policymakers are leaning toward a 25 basis point hike to 0.75% at the December 19th meeting. Since that news, the yen has strengthened since the announcement, climbing from just above of 155 to around 154.56 per dollar on Friday. So, as we've said in previous episodes, since 1995, Japan has had near zero interest rates, which has allowed many investors to borrow a lot of money from Japan and invest it in the US. Now that Japan is going to raise rates, it will have to pay more for the money it has already borrowed. Everyone is selling and selling risky assets like cryptocurrencies to get them into yen to pay off their loans. So this is what we are living in, something we have seen before, but now it is back in the spotlight. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, December 6th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone and have a good day.